Hello, everyone. Oscar Guy from Drinking Gourd. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to go over the debate of is a trans woman a woman? Now, we have some street interviews going on. Good big shout out to Night Talk that did these street interviews and asked all the most pertinent questions. We're going to get right into it. But remember, hey, if you like the video at the end, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We really could use it. And give me your comments because at the end, I'm also going to share a question with you that cannot be answered. I don't understand why I haven't been able to get an answer from anybody in the LGBTQI plus whatever community. So let me know what you can find out for me, or if you're in the community, let me know if you can answer that question. We're going to get right into it. And the first part of this video, I don't know why my thing is acting up and I can't get it to play the very part of the audio. But the question that he poses to her is a trans woman a woman?
I think you are what you say you are if you want to be.
Really? How you feel that way?
Because my life, why do I care?
Exactly. Not my life. Why should I care? You see, that's the majority of us and how we feel about this subject. But the problem that happens is that it's not where I can just live my life, let you live your life, because the trans community infringes on everyone's lives. So it's not just, hey, let me live my life and be happy. No, no, no. It has to be, you have to be proud of me. I have a whole month devoted to me, and you need to be proud of me. You can't disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you're going to get canceled. So now you've made it my business. I truly don't care what you do with your life, but you have made it my business. I will not go along with your fantasy. You can't make me. But this is about all those people who hold the position that men and women are interchangeable. There's no difference to them. So if you say you are something, then you are. But it has limitations, which means it's not everything, which means it doesn't make sense at all. But we'll see what they have for answers.
Question of the day is: are trans women women?
Yes,
Why are they women?
because they want to be. I think that people can do whatever they want to be. People can be whatever they want to be.
Does that make it true though?
I think, in the terms of being trans, yes, it does.
Let us really quickly go over truth because she says something very important there. She says, as it applies to the trans community, which means she believes that there's different truths for different people. Your truth is your truth and my truth is mine, which a lot of people subscribe to. But they don't understand that truth cannot be truth unless it's universal, unless it's for everybody. Gravity exists, a truth that for everybody. None of us can just float off this planet at will just because we feel like it. We really have to understand to separate how I feel as to what is real. But people have blurred the lines now. It doesn't make any sense to me, so you tell me if it makes sense to you. Let's keep going.
So does that mean that anyone can be whatever they want to be?
Yes.
So if I wanted to be a cat, could I be a cat?
Not species wise, but like, sure, do what you want to do. It's not my business. I don't think.
Again, it is my business. You make it my business. Not this woman in particular, but the trans community. And you tell me, do they police your language? Do you feel like you have to watch what you say around people because they may jump on you? Their tactics work. They keep you quiet. They keep you with your opinion to yourself instead of letting them know, hey, no, I'm sorry, that ain't real. There's two genders. But let's continue.
Think it's a fair comparison
Why not?
because men and women are like, it happens in the womb, like that you become either a man or a woman.
If trans women
Sorry to interrupt again, But she says something really important there that needs to be pointed out. She says it happens in the womb and that you either are male or female. She didn't say anything about any other sex. And then before someone says, hey, well, sex and gender are different, well, that's not what you say. You say because someone can be intersex, that means they're a different gender, which means you're trading the two. You're swapping them back and forth, saying that they're one. Words matter. So if there's more than one gender, which means there's more than one sex, why did she only say two?
Women, then what is a woman?
I think a woman is someone who feels like a woman.
What does a woman feel like?
Well, I don't think you would know.
Gender
I
description
know
of
that
what?
I feel like a woman.
Because you are a woman.
Yes, exactly. You wouldn't know what it feels like to be a woman.
But how would a trans woman know what it feels like to be a woman?
Because they wouldn't feel like you, they would feel like me. You wouldn't be able to understand the difference. You can't understand the difference unless you are.
But how would a biological man that identifies as a woman know that they are a woman?
Because they would feel like a woman.
But what does feeling like a woman feel like?
Oh, she's hilarious. She just told him a man can't know what it feels like to be a woman. Somehow a trans man can tell you he feels like a woman. But she says, no, a man can't feel like a woman. He doesn't know what it feels like unless he's a trans man. See, logic does not apply to anything these people say. They don't see it. We bang our heads against the wall trying to say, hey, come on, this is simple. This is 1 + 1. How do you get this wrong? But they do. They, in their minds, think, hey, they've got it all together. But it doesn't pan out. There's no logic behind it. It's hypocrisy. People like this don't mind being hypocritical about themselves.
Like women feel like?
They would feel like they're in the wrong body. They wouldn't feel like they wouldn't feel correct in who they are.
But if they feel like they're in the wrong body, does that mean that they are a woman?
If they feel like they would be better suited to a female body, then yes.
What she's describing is body dysmorphia. Okay, it's when you feel like you're not in the right body. But you see, it's not just feeling like you're not in the right body. It's odd because the only choice, or not the only choice, but when they turn it to your sex, feeling like you're not the right sex, okay, that you needed to be into a body of a woman, that's one saying that there's a distinction. Okay? There's a distinction between our bodies. And what's so funny about this whole movement is they push for us to try to accept that everything is equal. Well, if you feel like you're in the wrong body, that means you feel like you should be in a different body. But if we're all the same, then what does that matter then? How does that work? It doesn't. To the rest of us, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, which means that body dysmorphia is not the norm. And if it's not the norm, then it needs to be treated. It's something that's wrong up there. Because you can't say, I need to be in another body, and there's no difference between the bodies. So what are you transing to? Why are you transing? It doesn't make any sense.
If they feel like they're better suited in a female's body, does that mean that they are a woman?
If they choose to become, like, if they choose to present as a woman, or like they choose to act as a woman, dress as a woman, like whatever they want to do.
Okay, everything she described about being a woman is cosmetic. It's what we see, it's what we experience on the outside, but it doesn't change what is on the inside, what is organic, what is just plain straight chromosomes. I'm so at a loss sometimes because I don't know how much I can dumb this down. How much, how, how you don't, how people don't get such basic concepts. Are we that lost? Are we really that lost? Please help me out here.
I can't describe what being a woman feels like. What does a woman feel like to you?
It feels like I feel like being a woman. I feel like that's correct. I feel like I was meant to be a woman.
Why is it that since I don't feel like I'm in the right body, that means that I'm a woman?
No, not that just because you don't feel like you're in the right body. It's you feel like you are meant to be in a female body.
But how do they know what a female body is?
I feel like most people know what a female
How does
body
a
is.
man know what it is to be in a female body?
They don't.
If a man is born a man and they're not biologically a woman, what is it that they are experiencing that makes them know that they are a woman? If
Her head's gonna explode. Oh my god, it's not even fair. I I know I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't. Because it's not funny. She votes. And she's actually considered what's known as normal. She's normal. She feels like she's in the right body. She's normal. Okay? But she still doesn't get it. And people like this will defend idiotic thinking till the end. They'll do it to the death. Let's see. Let's see.
if they're not a woman,
I wouldn't know. I'm not trans. Well, I wouldn't be able to really tell you anything different because this is all I've ever known. I don't know the difference between a woman's brain and a man's brain because I don't know what it feels like to have a man's brain. If I did, I could tell you the difference.
Okay. Oh man, I have to wait. I may have to rewind that for a second because she said so much, but she admits. How does that conflict in her brain? How does that work in her brain? Because she admits all the points that show that a man cannot trans into a woman. A man can't be. There's a difference of the brain. There's a difference of the sex. There's a difference of the. Go down the laundry list. There's a reason why it can't be done. Everything is window dressing. You can stick them in. You can cut it off. You can invert it. You can, I don't know, the other, how you add one. Don't Google it. You don't want to see. Okay? But I know that I'm not in any jeopardy of being shown up in the locker room. I know that's not right because, these are people that have serious mental issues to cut off an appendage. But we would all agree that someone who says that they were born to be disabled and not have a left arm, we don't allow them to chop off their left arm now, do we? No, that's against the law. It's medical malpractice if a doctor says, yeah, sure, I'll cut that off for you. So why is a penis? Oh, God, that just... the thought of it. Why is a penis different? Why could be says, yeah, go ahead, cut it off. Like, sure. And that's called affirmation. What the hell are you affirming? You're affirming that there's something wrong up there. There's something wrong up there.
Why are you so certain on a man being a woman if you don't know what it is that men are going through to identify as a woman?
Because if they feel like they better identify as a woman, then I don't think anyone should stop them. I don't know what they're going through. I just know
If you don't know, then how are you certain that a man could be a woman if you don't know what they're going through?
I just think that like it's not my place to tell them that they're wrong. If they
That's the crux of it. You see, I don't feel like it's my right to tell them that they're wrong. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Because if people don't correct things, if you feel like I can't correct you, then that means you're never going to improve. You're never going to, because you really think you are the epitome of being human. Like you're the smartest person in the room. You're the most beautiful. You will rate yourself a 10 in every single category. And God forbid if someone disagrees with you. You're not all 10s. You're not all 10s. You're not the smartest person in the room. This girl is so sweet. She really is sweet. And I feel for her. Because she has no idea that she's twisted herself up like this. That her brain is in constant conflict. Because she's forcing herself to say and believe something that all of the other pieces in her brain say, no, it's not. I'm trying to understand this. I really am trying to understand this.
If they feel wrong in their body, I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to restrict them from...
Things to do, I could literally believe that I'm a white man.
You could.
Yeah, so does that make me a white man then?
No,
Why not?
because you're not white. There are people in the world who are genuinely transgender, and there are people who struggle with that a lot.
Does them being transgender make them a woman?
Yes.
They're the same as you.
Yes.
How so? Just because they feel that way?
Yes.
To her grave, she will take that to her grave. No matter what question she could not answer, she will stick to what she originally said after that entire conversation. Just because he feels like it. Just because he feels like it. That's not how it works. Just like I can't be a 6-foot white guy with a chiseled jaw and looks like Tom Brady and can play football like that bastard. Talk about double dipping. Okay? Genetically. Jeez. Anyway, let me get to the question. If you're going to be trans, right? And there's no difference between the sexes. And there's more than 1,000 billion genders. And gender and sex are the same. Then when you're trans, tell me, what options do you have to trans to? See, because I've only heard of trans men and trans women. I've never heard of a third trans. What is your third option? Well, there's intersex. So why would that make you any different? That's like saying, you know what? I'd like to just add a vagina. I'm just going to add one. Okay, I'm not going to take away my other stuff. I just want to add one because you know what? And the truth, I think men get shortchanged on the whole sex thing and orgasm thing. because women's orgasms, come on, and I hate to go down this road, but it's unfair, okay? It's really unfair. But if you're transing, why aren't you transing into something other than the only other choice you've got? And not admitting this just male and female. How do you twist yourself into that pretzel? Please answer that question. If you like this video, subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the good things. Help us out. Let people know I'm going to be coming out with these a lot faster and a lot more. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.